Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Steve. Today we're doing a state of the collection for 2023. I think hopefully I can release this video by the end of the year. I have no idea. I haven't recorded a video in God knows how long, but we're going to do it today. I have no idea what order we're going through. I'm just going to start picking stuff up from the side table. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button down below and that subscribe button. It really does help the channel. Let's go ahead and roll the intro so we can get started with this video. All right, I've got all my watches to my left right here. I'm going to show these watches to you in random order. It has nothing to do with anything. Half these watches I'm actually getting rid of, so, you know, there's that whole thing. Yeah, I'm getting rid of my watches. I have to shrink down my collection to like 5 watches. I've got, I don't know how many, a dozen or so here. I need to get down to 5, maybe even fewer, maybe 3. If I can get my watch collection down to 3 watches, I think I'll be good. I mean, obviously, there's some watches that I can't get rid of. But regardless, I want to get my watch collection down as much as possible. So starting off here, we have a Dragon Ball Z Vegeta watch. I love this watch because I love Vegeta. So, I mean, simple. My first watch, nothing to it. Quartz powered, nothing crazy. It's just, it's got Vegeta on it, and I'm a big Dragon Ball fan, as you can see from my figurines back there. Next watch up is my Tissot PRX in emerald green. This one comes on the deluxe strap. I do have the regular bracelet. It's over there. But right now I have it on the deluxe strap. Why? Because it's different and I like it. So we have the Tissot PRX in green. Might as well just pull out the other Tissot PRX I have because I'm right here. And this one is the quartz version in PVD gold. Yes, I am a sucker for gold, but sadly, these watches are going to be gone because I have another watch that's going to replace all of my PRXs and all of my gold watches. You'll see later. I might as well just show you my other gold watch that I have in my collection, and that is my Seiko SNKK52. I love this thing. This watch, I've worn it countless amount of times. I love it, but it's just, you know, I've got a replacement now, and I don't really need it all that much. Great watch though. It's my favorite gold watch. If you guys haven't seen my review already, I've done a best gold watch review. The next watch I have is my Metal Gear Solid 5 watch. Yes, this thing is a beast and it's amazing. So if you like Metal Gear Solid, you like Solid Snake, this is a watch I definitely recommend buying if you can afford $2,000 because that's how much they go for because people are crazy and they just love Metal Gear Solid. But if you don't want to spend the money on the Metal Gear Solid variant, they do have one that looks similar, but there is no Metal Gear branding on it whatsoever. Next watch up I have is my Ianos Mechanicos, and I'm going to talk about this watch in a later video and actually micro brands in general. Micro brands have to do something for me. They have to give me something other than spec monsters. That's the type of micro brand I hate is that it's just X, Y, or Z, you know, fill in the blank, sapphire, 300 meters, water resistance, all that stuff. I don't really care about that. I need something more in my micro brands, and that's what this watch gives me. It gives me a story. It gives me a connection to Greek history. That's why I love this micro brand so much. Next, we have a Citizen Soyosa. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Haven't even done a review on this watch. Baby blue version, obviously, because, you know, I'm kind of a basic whatever. I know I always talk about homage watches and how I'll never buy one. And I bought this and I immediately regretted it. Why? Because I don't want to wear it. I don't want to wear it. I don't know why I bought it. I bought it because it was cheap. That's why I bought it. I bought it because it was cheap. And when I got it, I was just like, huh, didn't feel anything with it. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm probably going to do a review on it first, but I'm going to get rid of it. Next up is my G-Shock, what do they call this again? What do they call this thing again? The Royal Oak? Cassiope, that's what it is, the jellyfish version. I bought this because I wanted a Cassiope, and it was there, and it was clear, and I thought I could flip it, but, you know, that never came to fruition. They were really hot for a while, but didn't happen, didn't work. Next up, another watch that I kind of regret, but kind of don't, is the Q Timex, but this one is the Hodinkee Special. I love the Q Timex. Don't get me wrong. Q Timex is one of the best budget-friendly watches out there. It's built well. It's quartz, yes, but like they're so cheap. They're so affordable. They look good. The bracelet, this bracelet is actually like a stretchy bracelet, which I kind of like. I love the design of this watch. I just never wear it. You know, it's an integrated style. It's obviously not an integrated bracelet, but like it has that styling of integrated bracelet. I just never wear it. So, you know, it's there. It's gone probably. Let's see. Next up is my Seiko GMT. I love this thing. I like the Jubilee bracelet, even though it's kind of clangy. This is another one that I just don't wear. You know, every time I go to pick this up, I actually pick up, well, it's coming up, but I pick up that watch instead of this watch. I actually have to do a review on this because I actually got some straps to change this up a little bit. This is the SSK003, I want to say. I can't really remember the reference off the top of my head. Another one that I can't really remember the reference of is the Citizen Grand Touring. I love this watch because it's kind of like a Panerai homage slash Explorer, you know, because it has a 12369, but it's all in metal. I was searching for this watch for the longest time. I've had this in my collection for about a year now, maybe 2 years. I still haven't done a review. I need to do the review, but yeah, I just love the way this watch looks. The one thing I don't like about this is the crystal and how much it distorts left and right. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Overall, I really like the watch. And it gave me an idea of what it's like to have a Panerai on the wrist, which Panerai is something I want to add in the future. Right now, not going to add it because I have to get rid of, you know, like I said, most of these watches, 80% of these watches, but it doesn't matter. We'll cut down this watch collection, but like I said, I can't get rid of everything. Actually, here's a perfect example, is my Movado Circa. Now, this watch is the watch I was married in, if that makes sense. I wore this watch when I got married. I wouldn't consider this part of my everyday collection. It mostly just stays in my basement. I want to put it like in an archive section of my collection where it's part of my collection, but it's really not. It's just off to the side. There's some other watches I have back there that I wouldn't consider part of my collection. They're in my archives, right? It's like the Hall of Fame of my watch collection. You wouldn't really call it a collection. I wouldn't wear it on a daily basis, but I can't get rid of it because it has so much sentimental value that I'm not going to get rid of it, right? So Movado Circa, I actually think it's built really well. I like the finishing of this watch. The pushers feel really good. But yeah, I just don't wear it at all. So there's that. Next up is my Base FD1. This is a micro brand that I started with a couple of friends, and yeah, prototype. Once again, not part of my collection per se, but it's part of my collection. But I would never get rid of it. I would just put it in the archive. Let's see here. Oh, check these out. I've got a couple of these. This is stupid. This is so dumb. I've got two Bulova Lunar Pilots, you know, one's a 45, one's a 43. And I have to do a comparison. I was going to do a comparison, about 3 months ago, but then I got really busy with work and I just never did it. So it's coming. It's coming for sure. But I just never did it. Not yet, but both of these are going to leave my collection soon enough. I was originally just going to get rid of this one, and then I had this epiphany where I was just like, I need to cut down my collection. And now they're both going. But I really like the way this fits on the wrist, and I like the polishing that really makes it pop, and it feels smaller on the wrist because of the polishing. Does that make sense? Because you have a watch here that's like bead blasted and you can see everything, and then you have a watch that is polished and it kind of reflects your skin tone, so it kind of masks it a little bit. Next up, another watch that I absolutely love. It is the Breitling B1. This is the chronometer version of the B1. This is a watch that I fell in love with because of the Ani-Digi display. I actually love Ani-Digi displays. The X33 Skywalker from Omega, really, like, I'm thinking about that right now and how much I just love the way that looks. But I decided to get the Breitling. There's so many pros to this Breitling, and then so many cons. And I shouldn't say so many cons. It has like 2 cons, and I just can't overlook them. First con, I'm just gonna give you a little spoiler of my review. First con is the bracelet. Super dated bracelet. Very dated, and you can't really switch out the bracelet because of like the slight curve in the end link. Regardless, not there. Second thing that's a kind of a con is the finishing on the case. Everything is polished. The whole thing is polished. And personally, I would redo the finishing to have brush on the top and then polish on the sides, but then I would resell it, and then I'd have to be like, yeah, the finishing's wrong. So that's where I'm stuck right now. I wish I could change out that bracelet to something else, maybe like a Navitimer bracelet. But yeah, so there's that. Next up is my first ever luxury watch, and it is the Seamaster Professional 300M, whatever. I don't know how to, I don't know what it's called nowadays. Doesn't matter. Love this watch. This is the first luxury watch I purchased. I have a Seamaster. My dad has a Seamaster, even though he's not really into watches. We'll discuss that at a later point in time. But I like having the Seamaster in the collection. The one thing I was really concerned about when I first purchased this watch was the skeleton hands. I didn't know how I felt about them. Going back and forth between this one and the Planet Ocean. Those were the 2 Seamasters I wanted to add. One of the 2 is either going to be this, or it's going to be that. I really like the handset on the Planet Ocean. I was kind of hesitant on this handset, but then after looking at it, going to the boutique and just really mulling it over, I decided to go with the Professional 300, and I love the decision. I love this watch. All right, last watch in my collection, in my official collection, is the Tudor Royal two-tone. This watch blew me away. I was not, first of all, I had the Tudor Royal in blue in my mind, stainless steel, blue, it's gonna get it. And then I saw this, and for the price of this watch, it was only like maybe $100 or $200 more expensive than the blue. And I couldn't pass up that offer. I was like, okay, I'm going to add this two-tone, and I didn't know how I was going to feel about the two-tone, but I'm getting old in my brain. My brain I'm old man syndrome. I'm just loving two-tone, and old man syndrome is like you need two-tone in your life. You need steel and gold, steel and gold, steel and yellow gold. I kind of need some yellow gold accents in my life. Yeah, you have like, you know, the SNK K52, the gold PRX. If I want, I just felt like that was more of a summer thing. This gold, this two-tone, really just, I wear it all the time. I wear it with this t-shirt. I wear it with a suit. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. I want to put that watch on. This is the watch that's going to make me get rid of a lot of the other watches in my collection. I'll tell you what. This watch, Tudor Royal. I'll show you what it's replacing. It's replacing my SNKK 52, my PRX in gold. It's replacing my PRX in emerald green. It's replacing my Citizen Soyosa. It's replacing this Q Timex. It's replacing this GMT. You want to know why? Here's the reason. Here's the reason why it's replacing the GMT, right? A lot of people, when they go on vacation, this is how people think, right? They go on vacation and they say, oh, you know, I need a jumping hour hand because I need to track my home time and also track the time I'm at. I don't care about my home time when I go on vacation, right? I don't care about that at all. You know what I care about? What day it is. Because after I'm drinking for 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row, I forget what day I'm even on. I have no idea how much longer we have on vacation because I'm too busy having fun on vacation. So now I can look down at my wrist. Oh, it's Friday. I know we leave Sunday. It's Friday. That's the only thing I care about is the date or day. But that's the reason why, right? So look, one watch is replacing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 watches. Everything else, like the Citizen Grand Touring, yeah, I mean, it's a nice watch, but I wouldn't wear that over my Seamaster. Even the Mechanicos has its own unique story, its own unique reason why I would wear that watch. It's nothing like anything else in my collection. So it's eliminating those doubles in my collection, which I'm going to go for. Sorry, I'm crossing my legs. I can't, like this new setup in this office. I wish I would have recorded more in this setup. I want to do a podcast, actually. I kind of want to do a podcast here, there. I got to take a break. Breather here. I'm talking way too much. It's probably going to come off like I'm crazy. But I just like the setup. I like this chair. I'm crossing my legs. I feel comfortable talking to the camera after not talking to the camera for months, you know? But yeah, anyways, I have to get rid of a lot of these watches from my collection, a lot of the redundant pieces, and keep a core collection, right? And this is going to lead into a different discussion video about watches and maybe becoming, what's the word? Desensitized to watch purchases, right? Because I look at this table right now and there's probably, actually, I have no idea. See, I have no idea the monetary value of all these watches sitting next to me when really I wear 3 watches, right? I wear the Omega, I wear the Tudor, sometimes I'll wear the Mechanicos. So I don't need all of these other watches. And I think I've just grown desensitized to how much watches actually cost and the cost of watch. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be a watch collector. Let's not get that out of, you know, I'm going to be a watch collector. I actually have a watch that's coming next year. You'll see what that is later on. But for the most part, and that's actually one reason why I'm selling off a lot of these watches, because I have to pay for that watch that's coming. But yeah, this is the fastest breeze through of a state of the collection I've done. And that's because I'm going to be selling off a lot of these watches. So they really don't mean anything to me right now, aside from like the select 4 or 5 that I have sitting here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you hit that like button, the subscribe button, everything down below. If you want to watch my previous state of the collections and see a lot of these same watches, but some that are, you know, have left the collection, go ahead. I've watched my my first state of the collection video I did like 3 years ago. And it's funny seeing my collection then and my collection now. And yeah, no, it's really interesting to look back at my older videos, watch my older videos, and look at my videos now and tell me how much I've improved. I need some feedback from you guys. You know what I saw today, which really kind of hurt. Kind of hurt right here. I'm pointing to my heart if you can't see it, since it's, you know, cut off. You know, Teddy Baldessar did a video and he invited like 25 YouTubers on to talk about their most worn watch. And I didn't get invited, you know. I mean, yeah, I only have 7,000 subscribers, but it hurt. It hurt right there. I just watched that video and I'm like, wow. Come on, Teddy. I thought we were on a good level, even though I've never talked to him. I did order, actually. I ordered this PRX from Teddy's website. Which, you know, got nothing bad to say about Teddy's website, but yeah, it just hurt. You know, I thought I'd get an invite, but I didn't get an invite. Does that sound petty? It probably sounds a little bit petty. Oh, well, you know, it is what it is. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you had a fun time. Hopefully you liked a lot of my watches in my collection, because they're going for sale. So, you know, you'll see them up. You'll see them up for sale sooner rather than later. All right, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.